Hello and welcome back to the Insurance Guru. My name is Ayanda Malele and I'm so excited to be back discussing my favorite topic. Maybe your most favorite, no, least. Well, if you're here, at least you want to learn more and I'm here to help you. So I've been doing a series of, videos trying to explain the different underwriting questions that they ask when you want to insure a certain asset in terms of short-term insurance. So this is following up from the regular driver and what questions get asked. And after asking the regular driver questions, they want to know the risk address when it comes to your vehicle. So why is the risk address important? Risk address is important for a various number of things. So they'll first ask you, where do you park your car during the day? Where do you park your car during the night? And this tells the insurer a couple of things. Firstly, that during the day and night, when put together, tells us this person drives Pretoria during the day and then at night, Krugersdorp, long distance. Pretoria during the day, then at night, Johannesburg South, then it's a long distance. Then obviously these distances that this person travels during the day give different premiums. Don't you think? It should ideally give different premiums because the more you travel, the more likely you are to cause an incident and the more likely then you are to claim. Therefore, your premium will be different as someone who lives in Pretoria CBD and works in Pretoria CBD. That person commutes maybe like 5 minutes or so or less. Your CBD now is also factoring that it's the CBD. Likelihood of bumper bashings is a bit high. So premium might just be a bit higher, but because they're not traveling that long, it's not as bad as the person traveling, let's say, to Johannesburg from Pretoria. So this is why the risk address is asked. Other insurers may factor this in, other insurers maybe don't care, depends on their underwriting criteria. But the distance traveled does play a role and therefore premium will be a factor. And that's why sometimes you find people saying, oh, we're different races, but our premiums are different. It's most likely maybe the distance you travel from work and back, etc. Minus that, or apart from that, daytime risk address tells a lot as well to the insurer in terms of, where the area is situated and what kind of security is there. Is it behind boom gates? Is it in an open road? Is it, in a locked gate or locked garage? So that tells the insurer that, okay, security wise, during the day where this car's parked most of the time, where also thieves arrive, they arrive anytime anyways, but the car is secured in this manner. So obviously if the car's parked on the side of the road during the day, premium will be higher than someone who is in a security estate or not estate, but a secure office park where there's remote control access or whatever, thumb and so forth and so forth. So that is why the premium will then either be higher or lower based on the type of parking as well. Whereas nighttime address is also, do you then at night leave your car outside on the side of the road? Some areas are relatively safe. I know that Cape Town has some places where you can park on the side of the road and nothing happens apparently, I don't know. But when you go there for holiday, then you see that this is a normal thing. But based on that, if you park it outside, attaches a different premium. If you park it behind a locked garage, then obviously the premium might be less. If it's behind in a security estate with boom gates, blah, 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 then premium will be different. So also the type of security that is at these two risk addresses is important. And then, yes, the other bone of contention is where the car is parked in terms of the area. So as I said before, the information is not thumb-sucked or just a guesstimate that I think that area, because it's like that crime will happen more than this area. It's not the case. Generally, insurers work on facts and statistics and previous losses and so forth. So based on the collected information over the years, they can say that suburb X is more likely to have hijackings at night, or suburb X is more likely to theft at night and so forth, as opposed to suburb B. Another thing about the town and the area or the address or the risk address is that it tells a lot to the insurer about the kind of place that it is at and what risks generally happen around that area. So say for instance there's a place that is very common for hail damage, and let's just, for instance, I'm from Newcastle, I love Newcastle. Hey, what it is. So let's say Newcastle is known for hailstorms, and so they get a lot of hail damage claims coming from that area. Already when I say I'm from Newcastle, it also tells them that, okay, likelihood, apart from theft and everything else we've discussed, there's another likelihood that they're going to have hailstorms and this person will claim for hail. I'm just making an example. I'm not saying Newcastle has hailstorms, but that is another factor that plays a role. Also, when you look at towns like Newcastle, let's say Dundee and Glencoe, when you travel around those places, a lot of cows just cross the road. What happens is a lot of claims come from these areas where people say, I slammed into a cow in the middle of the night. And it happens because cows just walk. And now, if I'm an insurer and you're already telling me that you're from Greytown, those kind of farming areas or communities, already in my mind, already on the system, it's like, okay, there's also the likelihood of this person bumping into a car is higher in those areas. Therefore, premium significantly or sometimes slightly higher than the other person that stays in Centurion and there's no cars. But then the person in Centurion might be in trouble because now you're in Gauteng, and Gauteng is rough, you know, theft, hijackings, everything, weather hotspots, COVID cases, everything is in Gauteng. So right now, you know, if you had to insure your car and you're from Gauteng, it could put a slightly higher premium as opposed to somebody who lives in a small town, because the incidents are mostly accidental but never like theft or hijack, etc. So there's a lot of factors that play into your risk address and why premiums will then work out differently. There's certain suburbs that you find that, you know, you think you are moving from, let's say, Edenvale to Centurion, and you think relatively Centurion and Edenvale are the same thing, but your premium goes up by 200 rands. It happened for a family member that had moved, and I changed the insurance, and they were moving to, you know, from what I thought is a safe, you know, neighborhood to what I thought was a safe neighborhood, but insurance said 200 rands extra on premium from moving from one area to another, and I thought, yo. But I know that they didn't thumbsuck the information. Basically, most likely they've had more cases in that other new area suburb in terms of maybe theft or hijacking, insecurity, etc. So insurers don't have a blanket approach in terms of saying, okay, these areas will charge them like this, or this area will charge them like this. It's based on evidence and things that actually, you know, they've looked at for years and years to get to the premium that they attach to the different suburb risk, etc. So basically that is why the risk address is important to note, and for the insurers to ask you about it, and why your premium will work out slightly differently. If you do have any questions, please comment down below. Tell me if you like the video. Give me a thumbs up. Please also subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your cousins, and your pets even, to watch my channel and to just like it and subscribe and all those other things. Thank you. I will catch you in the next video where we'll go into further detail when it comes to the vehicle itself.